Aloha, welcome to the Mr.G podcast. This is episode number one, the inaugural episode, and this is something that I plan on doing every day. Today, we're just going to try it for a few minutes over, the course. Of course, I'm gonna expand. And today, I'm sitting with my lovely girlfriend Jim. She's in Manchester, England, and right now I am about to open a Guarana Antarctica, which is an awesome drink that it's hard to come by. It comes from a berry deep in the Amazon rainforest, and it's this particular berry. You can see it on the thing, it on the can. It produces effects similar to caffeine, and this berry has been eaten by the people of the Amazon rainforest for thousands of years. So this drink, Guarana Antarctica, it is Guarana Antarctica. Like I said, you can get it. You have to go to the Amazon rainforest to get this drink, or you could order it on Amazon as well. So either the Amazon rainforest or Amazon the website. But either way, they don't sell it in stores. And Guarana extract. And to tell you the truth, I like the energy it gives me, but it actually kind of tastes like dirt. Tastes like dirt, but good dirt, sweet dirt.
Earthy.
Earthy, yes, that's a good word. If you mixed a bunch of earth with sugar and spices, that's what you get. I can't say it's good. I really can't. It's different. On the can, it says, unlike anything you've ever had before. I can testament to that. Maybe I'll learn to like it. I didn't always like coffee. I had to learn to like coffee. It took about 20 years. And I'm finally at the point where I can drink a cup a day and actually enjoy the coffee.
But is cider big in America?
No, cider's not big in America.
Cider's very popular in England, I guess, with apples being almost common fruit. But I would say cider also has an almost earthy flavor to it. It's not really. It's not my thing, but cider is definitely popular.
I didn't know I had purple headphones. Where'd these come from? Oh, the mic's not here. The mic's over there. So on this podcast, the Mr.G podcast, I'm going to be talking about a variety of issues, mainly cats. No, podcast isn't about cats. I do love cats. They're my favorite animal. I've always taken care of cats. I've always been friends with cats. I've always fed stray cats. But this podcast is not about cats. So if you're coming from TikTok and you want to hear about the little furry boys, and you got to go somewhere else, okay? Go check out the Animal Planet or something, all right? Because we're only talking serious shit here, huh? No, we're not talking serious shit. But podcasting is something that I know I would be good at. They say everybody now has a podcast, right? So it's oversaturated. People are just starting podcasts and about nothing. I guess my particular podcast doesn't have a title here either. But the main reason so many people are starting podcasts, you look at the most successful podcasts, the Joe Rogan Experience, the Lex Fridman Show. And especially with Lex Fridman, a lot of times when they're talking to their guests, they only speak maybe 5-10% of the time. Even with Joe Rogan speaks a little bit more. He'll add a one line here or there, but the majority of the dialogue is coming from their guest. So I think a lot of people are starting podcasts because they're like, oh, I can do that. Lex Fridman just sits there and listen. I can sit there and listen. And a lot of people, they're really good with setting up and my guest is like, hey, that's what I'm doing. No, but a lot of people are good with setting up like the tech and everything like that. That's not my expertise. My expertise is the actual speaking, the actual talking. So one reason why Joe Rogan and Lex Fridman and they don't talk during their podcast is because they have some world-renowned guests, talking about conspiracy theories, pyramids, Area 51, and they want to listen and they want to hear the story. So um, with a lot of people starting out podcasts, they don't have the type of guests. So one thing that's different about this podcast is, even though I don't have the top of the line tech, we are in 8K here. I am going to be able to use my skills of speaking, storytelling, and teaching as well. And those are three skills that are definitely, um, they definitely are usable, and they definitely help in this genre of podcasting. But what is a podcast? If YouTube's like promoting podcasts like crazy, they have no other choice, right? They're trying to find another medium. Um, so now, like their podcast tab, you could make anything into a podcast. Like just about any video could be a podcast. And over the last 2 years, I've made over 2,000 videos on TikTok. And during that time, um, I told a lot of stories. I did like a 10-minute monologue here and there, and those could be podcasts, or I could easily do these podcasts. I mean, I could easily tell those stories over official podcast. So what is and what isn't a podcast is up to debate. Spotify is also trying to jump on the podcasts. They're mainly about audio, and so with there, they have a great podcast audio player that's really easy to use with a nice interface. And so I'm going to explore that as well. But the one thing in life is the hardest thing is just getting started. So that's what I'm doing today. Today's the first episode, and I'm going to be doing this every day. For the first, it's not going to be long episodes to start, and we're not going to have many guests. And some days it might be just me. So I really appreciate my lovely girlfriend here. She looks really great with her earrings and her dress today. And she really compliments me. I got my own sort of style, but somebody like her, she knows like interior design, and I'm not perfect in a lot of regards. I have issues with cleanliness on the top of my mind, but like I said, one thing I am good that I know I can do. I'm old enough to know my strengths, and I know my weaknesses. And one of my strengths is speaking. I've been able to accomplish a lot with the spoken word. I'm excellent at oral communication. Oral communication. No, no, I'm excellent at oral. Stop with the jokes. Okay. Stop with the jokes. Okay. I'm excellent at oral communication. And I have a degree in print communication. So from the University of Texas. So communication is my expertise. And what is podcasting doing? You're communicating something. You're usually communicating an idea or a topic or an opinion. And that's where I have a leg up on everybody else starting podcasts, because I have a huge intellect and I'm great at speaking. So that's what you're going to get here from these podcasts. You're going to get a wide variety of topics and interesting instances. And I'm going to be doing this every day. Eventually, I plan on doing a live video podcast. Right now, it's day one, episode one, just starting things off. But eventually, there'll be a phone number to call, and I'll take calls on whatever topic that we're discussing. And I haven't determined which platform to use. Like I said, there's a few different options. There's YouTube podcasts, there's Spotify podcasts, there's Audible, and there's a lot of different options. But I will be doing it every day. And like Joe Rogan and other podcast hosts, one thing that I like that he does is he's like, this is episode one, episode two, and now he's like on episode 2,600 or something. So keeping track like that is a really good thing. And I was thinking that last night, like when I feed the street cats every day, and I've been doing it every day for 4 years. So at one point, maybe about a year ago almost, I started counting the days. So I'm like, okay, I'm on like day 888. And then the next day, I'd feed the cats. But then when I make the video, I try to think, okay, what day was it? 887, 889, and it'd get a little bit mixed up. The difference here is I guess I was trying to figure out what's the difference, and